112 students. I hope I can get through this in just a few minutes. We've had all kinds of trouble while I do these at school where they don't record for more than 5 or 6 minutes like the last few. So I'll cover a couple of things relatively quickly. If it ends up freezing, then I might end up having to do another short video after this, but this will give you the idea. I want to take a minute and talk about annotated bibliographies. This would be page 74 and 75 of your Little Seagull handbook in the orange section. The annotated bibliography that you'll be writing will be graded separately from the rest of the paper, but it is essentially the end of the whole project. So even though it's going to be submitted and graded separately, it really is a part of the whole thing if we were to turn it in print. The annotated bibliography is essentially a references page, only instead of references at the top, it says annotated bibliography, and it will include any other sources that you used in your research that were helpful but didn't end up in your paper. So if you have 5 sources on your references page and you copy and paste that into a new document, change the name to annotated bibliography at the top, centered, and then add in alphabetically the 2 or 3 other sources, maybe more, that you used that were helpful, that gave you some clarification or helped fill in some detail for you that didn't end up being in your paper. That's your annotated bibliography. After each citation, so you have your author's last name, the first initial, the date, the title information, all of that. After each of those citation entries, then you'll have a 2 or 3 sentence explanation of what that particular source was about. It's not evaluative, it is descriptive. So if you look on the page 74, you want to do the descriptive type, which means you're simply describing what the source is about. You don't include yourself, don't use first person, don't say that it helped to do this or it was a really good source for such and such. That's evaluative. You want a descriptive annotation, which means it covered certain material, it had lists and documents that were helpful, you had lists and documents that were clear and easy to understand, and it recorded current information that was used in research and other sources and other material. Something that describes the source quickly and efficiently in about 2 sentences. 1 is a little thin, but 2 or 3 sentences is plenty. If you look at the examples, they're only 1 or 2 sentences each. The way it's formatted, you'll see that you have your citation, just as you normally would. The first line starts at the left margin, the second line is tabbed in. Then your annotation, double spaced all the way down, but your annotation would start tabbed in as well. And if I remember, when I get back to the house, I'm going to do send you an email in the next day or 2, and I'll show you what an annotation would look like, and I'll send it out to you so you get an idea. But this is one thing to not stress about or to fret about. It's about the easiest part of the whole paper, and it's a simple way to get a grade boost here at the end if you just do the assignment and turn it in. Keep track of sources that you're using, whether they end up in your paper or not, so that those can go on to the annotation or the annotated bibliography. Watch for email updates. I'll be sending a few more over the next couple of days. And then if you have questions, shoot them out to me. I'll answer them as quickly as I can, and we'll look forward to getting to this final project and getting it submitted. I'll give you dates and times and all that as it's appropriate. See you soon.